have a chance to get back in this one. Let's hear it for him now.
We know there's a lot of Guild fans in the house.
Never mind.
Oh, but C9's got some too. Here we go. Guild X bursting out onto the C site. And what's the idea from C9? Because there's so much mid presence from them, and they've done their homework. They know that Roxy loves to play around mid. She might hear some of this as well as all 4 players work up.
Did they spot her? I think Jazzy just might have. Yeah, awareness there. Paranoia through Roxy. 1 for 1 in that trade, but look at this reaction from Guild. They've already pushed quickly into the garage. Spike is ticking away, and they're putting emphasis on holding the space. But Cloud9 have a pinch back in. Will it be enough? Absolutely. 2 for 2 on the trade, but Claudia making a play forward. A big kill onto Alexis, and now just Bob. 1 versus 3. Haunt ready. That'll find the reveal onto Claudia, but time is ticking. Bob needs this kill now, and it's just barely eluding her. 2 bullets. Needs a tap, needs something now, needs something quick, and well, she has the first kill. There's still a pull available. This round is just not going to be possible. It's Ness to win things out for Guild.
The shots come in, but Guild start off strong. They needed that momentum. They needed the positive opening. And after only finding 3 rounds on Fracture, moving into C9's map pick, they secure the pistol. So important for them. It actually looked like Smurfette was dropped a Vandal on that, maybe even bought that herself. So really investing into this second round. C9 really threw a curveball towards Guild. I think they did a good job at trying to react a little bit to that pinch into Garage, continually sending players forward, right? This was not a scared Guild. This was Claudia, after 3 of her teammates died, pushing into 2 players in Garage, absolutely no fear.
None at all. Cloud9, though, they are making some form of investment here. A couple sheriffs, a dangerous sort for them, but Guild, their goal here, just make this as clean as possible. Allow these rifles to flow through into the next, and it starts rough. Claudia down.
Yeah, just mel things on that one. And you gotta say, Guild, they're not just trying to win round 2, they're trying to win round 3. Claudia had a Phantom, that goes over to Roxy now, and they had 3 Bulldogs and a Vandal as well, so big, big rifles to try and be able to convert a round 3. Still moving into just Mel. She's got a couple of bullets left in that Headhunter. Waiting for the peak.
Teleport's ready.
Mel spotted.
1.
Only 1 shot. And she won't be given the chance to take that one. Actually, no smoke going to Heaven in this one. Instead, just that smoke towards Spawn, saving.
Ooh, I don't think the
that
cooldown's there.
Moment. Yeah.
Yeah, Ness, sometimes you run into issues where you can't actually get double smokes off when you go for these late hits on the Astra after burning those. So, an opportunity to peek out from Heaven here. As the rest of C9 get here.
Sees nade, Roxy, she's trapped in that one. The nade will take her. That's big for Cloud9. Can they convert on the way back in? Anya holding towards Spawn. Finds 2. Massive from the Bulldog in Heaven. Cloud9 need to drop out. Alexis and Jazzy can
15 HP!
Ness has no help!
What?
Jazzy with the slam dunk across the court. C9 win the eco.
It just can't happen. Cloud9 White, picture perfect on the retake, supported by Mel finding that opening frag, and 2 paint shell kills from Jazzykins. The utility
2 different paint shells, by the way.
Yes.
She gets 1 kill with the paint shells, gets a second, re-earns it, and closes the round off of that.
What is that? And all of the wind out of Guild sales, again, investing.
What? Okay, that stat is actually insane. 60% of their 4v5s have been won thus far.
60% of the 4v5s, and that one right there, it's against full rifles on the opposite side. Like, it's not the rinky-dink Spectres or Stingers, anything like this. No, Cloud9 White just are better, just simply better. And now, on the eco, Guild will work up towards a Katsumi, who is just the solid C anchor for Cloud9 White. She is always managing to find multi-kills when players work in here. She loves to dance around back plat where she is now, smoke herself on site, and dance around all of those to perfection.
I think she's one of the most underrated players on this team. Everyone an all-star, but it's always, you know, your Jazzies, your Mels, your Bobs taking the cake for this squad. But when she's put in these positions to thrive, she's always good for it. This round, though, it's not headed towards Katsumi, at least not initially. Just this pressure in mid, but opportunity to split C late if that's what Guild wants to do.
Flashing into Garage. Bob almost quick enough to turn away from that flash. Very near on that one. Guild still haven't really made up their minds. They were just really hoping Cloud9 were going to give them the chance with an early fight, but no such luck on this one. And that's an operator, by the way, on Mel. They're slowly about to contact into.
Anya just on the other side. Mel patient for it. Roxy tries to lurk up. That activates Anya. Mel good for her shot. Will get out of the sight, but considers the second peek. Will commit to it instead. Cloud9 will just be playing the retake here on A.
Location revealed.
I mean, Spike is late, 10 seconds. If they can deny this now, if there's any utility, nade in, can that stop the plant? Ness is holding, and she'll be able to get this one through.
It all comes in at the end, but the rest of Cloud9 burst back onto the site. Nothing doing for Guild in that situation. Cloud9 take their second, as should be the case. And Guild, I think, a lot of the value when they play, especially on a map like Haven, because Roxy plays so much for...
Rude.
Yeah. Because Alexis plays, or Roxy plays so much for mid control, rather, I was going to say is catching players as they push forward.
Mel's just laughing.
Yeah, she's just laughing, and they're not giving the fights to Guild. Guild waited so long for those. They just never happened as Cloud9 held their ground and play these retakes perfectly.
You can always tell when Cloud9 is confident when you see Mel lock in that chamber. There's a lot of maps where she's moved away from it, where she started playing the Cypher, the Killjoy when they play their important matches. But here, they're committed still to this chamber pick. They know Mel's good for it.
Yeah, the classic Mel is play the Giga Chad chamber up until the finals, then go back over to the Cypher or the KJ. For a long time, though, the chamber has been her pick of choice on this map. Has to play that anchor towards A as the rest of her team leaning very heavily into B. And keep your eyes on Roxy. She's been able to sneak up into Cubby outside of B 2 rounds in a row, but the clear from Bob is perfect. Bob has just this uncanny ability of knowing the timings that players can creep forward. It doesn't matter what map she is on, but when she is in the scout role, the Fade or the Sova, she is constantly catching out these Lurk players.
Always good for it. C9 again, playing this retake on A. It's been very effective for them thus far.
Ultimate on the retake. It's not even a retake, it's a pre-take right there as the spike hasn't even been planted. Just trading out. Jazzykins knew Roxy was playing around mid, and with a late wraparound is able to get that.
Lineup for Bob here, Haunt ready. They want to go quickly with this one, but the Aftershock will delay, so that Haunt not going to find any value. 4 versus 4. Jazzy ready, a nade and satchels from heaven.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're trying to play for the paint shells, no C's or anything. A little hard to retake with 2 playing up towards heaven, but they're really counting on the utility. It's not a C's, it's a concuss on to Anya. That's another paint shell kill, but Smurfette finds 2 kills out from heaven. Ness locks it down 1 versus 1.
Bob above, dropping in from high. She'll find it somehow. Bob is unbelievable.
No shot. Bob. Can you believe it? Impossible, dropping down from heaven, but deciding not to go fully down, jumps onto the box, doesn't want to break the legs on that one. Of course, it's all started by Jazzykins finding the kill, and the utility combination. Guild are a team that love to play locked and loaded, entrenched on the site.
That is gross. It's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's just Bob
what?
dropping in. Okay, Moonchopper can't believe it either.
Moonchopper's like, damn, my job's so easy. I got this player on my team. Her name's Bob. She just sort of wins me rounds sometimes. Gotta love it.
And C9 straight back to it. Sees nade towards grass, excuse me. Still reeling from that one.
What do you say to that? Like, Guild get absolutely shut out on Fracture. Now they're trying to make a quick play in. It's an eco, but Smurfette has the knives. That cracked out Turkish Jet, what can she accomplish? Not much with Alexis coming around the corner. Actually, it's gonna be a 2K, and over the top, it's 3, 2 versus 2 now. And Claudia has a chance, but Bob is just better.
She pulls out the Sheriff, swings for more, and has the 1-tap. But Bob's a psychopath. She's just popping, swinging into the backside. She does not care.
Bob. Remember the name. It'll be one you're gonna hear for a long, long time. In 5 rounds, she has killed...
And then execute towards A. But Roxy's lurks have not been able to find effect on this map thus far.
No, I mean, the scouting from Bob, again, it's not just the gunplay. It's that utility has just not given her much of a chance at all. Big lean from C9 towards this
And look
A
at this
site.
setup, right? This is normal. Mel is often taking this angle, but everyone else is tucked. It's almost a trap to be activated off of Mel leaving.
And I think that this is the perfect read from Cloud9 White, right? Again, the way Guild are set up, like these ultimates, they want to work into the A site. That's why Roxy's setup is just to block off that C-long push-up. And as Claudia steps forward herself, no utility to clear the corners, it's again a 5v4 for C9.
It's such good conditioning. Mel has been there every time. She's conceded that space and been alone, and this time trap activated. Mel even reposts for another kill. Jazzy just holding the line. Cloud9's getting victory on every front.
Cloud9 aren't going to give him a chance to use those ultimates, right? Like the Breach ult, the Killjoy ult, like those are ones you need to get up right next to the outside of the site and then slam them down. So C9 have the call, we step forward, we fight Guild before they can take any space past lobby. You gotta love the idea from C9, and now they've fallen completely off of C. They've shrunk their position down. This is one of the best things you can do when you have a big numbers advantage like this. Up 3 players for C9 is they give up all the space on the map. C site doesn't matter. Allow Guild to plant. Instead, make it impossible for Guild to find any fights that cannot be traded.
And look at Jazzy, another angle. How many times has she repositioned, found a new location, a new kill this round? Cloud9 so mobile in the mid round, and a lot of that credit does go to Mel. If you watch her player camera when we're spectating her, there's not once that she stops talking. She is always calming something to her team. She is always making a change, no matter how dominant the game is.
It's actually crazy. You can have players so talented, you don't have to micro any of them, but you can just control how the entire game plays.
That was nasty. We didn't get to see that shot initially, but Mel's on one.
Mel's on one. So is Jazzy, by the way, a 4K to finish things off.
And a Prime Gaming flawless as well. Snappy one there for Cloud9.
So Guild, what is it going to be? Not much of a buy to work with. Again, those 3 ultimates still held on to. A bit of a trap towards window with the utility. Ooh, they do send the paint shell through anyways. I think they were maybe trying to wait and see if they saw that tether line on the C's before committing that one, but go for it regardless.
Stun for Anya here. Jazzy will be caught by it. Not allowed to repeat here, and Cat could be in a bit of trouble. Is that Omen, so we can teleport out if she needs to.
I'm sorry. What was that smoke from Ness? A little bit of a pullback trying to get into the corner. I like that idea. And check out how Roxy has been able to work up into B.
She has a gap in this one. Has usurped Bob. Jazzykins is so aware, though. Cloud9 always know when they're leaving a gap and are ready to take care of it. Guild, though, want to continue pushing here.
Hold on. Guild have B site, but the spike is in their spawn. No one has it, and Mel has a big walk up. She does not know the spike is outside window. And it's going to be a long walk for either Claudia or Ness to try and recover this, looping all the way back into spawn. There is an alarm that Mel would potentially be running into, but this creates a very strange situation where Guild hold on to the positioning in B. C9 White are waiting for that plant before committing any big spells on this retake.
Spells?
And it allows...
This is the LEC studio, but we're not allowed to say that. No.
My bad. Abilities, utility, any of these types of things. No wizard character in Valorant yet.
Rob Wiz. He's in the tournament, coaching Shopify. We'll talk about that one later. Plant is down for Guild, and Ness has a pretty big kill here onto Jazzykins. This was just an eco to start, but Guild has the ult,
Ness.
And now the kills to close this one out. Roxy hitting a banger as well. This is exactly what the EMEA first seed needs. Only 2 left. Mel and Jazzy for this retake, and I don't think they'll even be allowed an opportunity to get in.
Roxy and Ness. Roxy and Ness. How many times do we have to keep telling you about these 2 players? Absolutely insane. We are waiting for them to show up. Mel now forced to sprint away. What a strange round with the spike being abandoned for so long, but it is Ness. The clutch factor in these big matches. She is always there for Guild and will be the leader they need if they want to challenge C9.
And Mel gets away with her operator as well. So much invested to get rid of her, but all the Guild care about right now is the round.
So much just came down to Ness here on the timing. I think actually it was the turret she was swinging off of there, so not even a 50-50 fight. The one against Bob absolutely was, but goes for it regardless. Gotta love that. Spectre a laser beam in Ness's hands and deals Bob's first death of the match.
The first step for Guild here. As they'll go back into things, it's Mel again getting forward on this angle towards A long. They've defaulted back to the setup with the chamber anchoring alone towards A, and the rest of the team, Initiators plus Jazzy, being that quick rotate.
They're going to try to quickly flash out of this smoke with Breach, and the smoke is deep, so Jet can smoke dash out onto the site. No smoke necessary, and that's going to be a problem because Jazzy can find Smurfette, the utility not there.
But it's not just her, it was a paranoia from Cat to set all that up. They'll try and re-exec in. Jazzy has the rocket, shot goes in, lands onto Nasty. Well, Roxy has a kill on this lurk. It's only her. Her own team's wall in her face, a nade at her feet. She has to try and isolate a kill here, but Cloud9 just not giving it. Bob talked to Alexis just on the other side as well. She's forced to take a 50-50 fight here. Does she pick right? First gamble is correct, but Bob is there. Trade is good, and Cloud9 back in control.
Just a little bit too much to deal with there. I think Guild, I like the idea of trying to mix it up after playing a little slower. A couple rounds previously, instead trying to burst out onto C with that smoke they had been placing a couple rounds in a row, so a little bit of anchoring there, but Smurfette late on the smoke out. I think that was a big problem in the round. Like I said, the paranoia also solid, right? It really throws a wrench into the plans of Guild, but it's just not going to work. If you try to go into the C site, you know Katsumi is going to be there. Well, she has been a little quiet this game. She has been so good consistently on this map.
Probably because they've never once come to her site and really given her an opportunity. Practically every round has been ending towards A for Guild.
Looks like Mel is on the stinger for this one, as the chop has pushed up all the way into A lobby again. C9 love this position. They post Mel all the way forward and then can play much more aggressively toward B and C.
And that allows the rest of Cloud9 so heavily fight for space in mid and garage. This time though, Guild is fast out. Alexis ready. This breach ult could be massive. She's flashed off the line, so can't instantly react. Smurfette is forward, but Bob from behind, running straight on in. 3 kills. It's easy for Bob, as Mel's there to clean up. Mel and Bob, what a duo for Cloud9.
Mel and Bob with a full house right there, 3 and 2. And can I just say, the way C9 are playing whenever they have that huge ultimate on Alexis, it's the pre-takes, right? They get on site, Guild get in there, but they can't plant because instantly that ult is ripping through. Bob's positioning is perfect, and it all is, if you rewind back, Mel had the forward position down A long, so you have 2 players ready to fight instantly onto B. That is not normal on this map. Usually you put a chamber trip there, maybe 1 player can sort of float around the area, but the way C9 are playing, they are just not giving room for Guild to breathe.
No opportunities to Guild, but this time the pressure is on to Mel. And she's ready for it. Smurfette down. Recall smoke won't work. Mel, another angle to be posted as well.
This has been the setup so consistently for her. I mean, if just Mel can lock down A and just Cat can lock down C, where do you go?
I mean, they literally have not rotated. The Initiator players are still just playing float. They're so happy to play retake A. They're so trusting that Mel can hold that they don't even need to fully commit to a rotate onto this A site.
The thing that hurts is Anya and Roxy have ultimates, but 4v5.
But Aftershock is right around the corner. If they commit this kill to it, it's just insta-gone.
It's relatively useless until much later, I think, in the round. If you do a bit of a deeper one, maybe in the post-plant, you can use it just to bait out the utility as the smoke does go off. Perhaps they can get a plant down onto the site.
Alexis ready. Flash is Mel gonna drop out of this one. Right off the smoke fade, Melly is there. 3 for her, Bob her first, Alexis too close out. It's the combination again, the mob. Mel and Bob, you can't stop them, committing crime every which way.
Mel Capone leading the mob right there. It's absolutely insane. And you know what? We've seen this a couple times. Alexis absolutely letting Guild know 8-2 now. After Guild even won the pistol, rewind back to that. How just gut-wrenching is it to lose that round too?
1 enemy remaining.
What a series from Cloud9. G2 is no slouch of a team. They looked fantastic yesterday against Fennel. They beat G2 to come here. G2 is the team, by the way, that felled Cloud9 by the transit property. This game should at least be close, but Cloud9 is just that much better.
Transitive property, yeah, you know, I did my math homework, but I don't think it's going to come true in this one. Cloud9 White have just been too solid.
There.
And I guess Guild resort to spamming, maybe find an opening frag. I can't remember the last time they actually got the first kill in a round. Cloud9 have just been so thoroughly dominant over Guild. Nightfall to come out. Will spot 2 players. They know it's not a full commitment over towards C, and that makes them want to re-clear garage. Potential for a player to step on forward, but Jazzykins is so confident. She just peeks window, right? Like, how wild is that? Not even using a Prowler or Boombot, anything like this to re-clear. No, she's just ready to take the fight if anyone was there.
Again, this setup from Cloud9 means that there has not been any timings for Roxy to activate one of these lurks. Usually that's such a big piece of Guild's mid-round, having those lurks available, having Roxy to activate, but Cloud9 have not allowed it to happen. There's just no way in. 40 seconds, Guild has made no progress.
Because of the early rounds where Roxy got shut down, she sort of stopped going for those lurks. Now actually it's Claudia looking for it, and it will be the attempt over towards the C site. Let's see what Guild can do.
2 players spotted. Bob on the site as well here. And support from Cat. She's given her opportunity. First kill. Paranoia up and ready to go. It's just going to be Guild locked out. Claudia's down on the lurk. Roxy able to trade one back, but they're still not into the site. Bob is not stunned, and she is ready. Bob shut down, but it's only Roxy, and she is unable to do it herself. 9-2. Cloud9 refuse to relent.
They just never give an opening to Guild. No early fights that Guild ever have a chance to win. The lurks shut down instantly. I think it was Alexis that time. Backside B shutting it down. Doesn't matter who it is from Guild trying to make it happen. And these entries from Smurfette too, every single time she's dashing forward, that's twice in a row she's been hit by a big piece of utility. She hasn't been able to dash into her smoke and actually get out to default on the site. Nothing is working for Guild.
Cover going out.
And Bob's got a note. Insult to injury. Another layer.
You know, we talk about the bop. This is the Bowden coming on out here for Bob.
Something new. We'll workshop that name.
I think we keep it.
Okay. I'll give you this one. And, well, let's see if Cloud9 will give anything away in this round. Because, again, Guild is struggling to find an opening.
Oh, wait. She's got a Vandal, too.
Okay.
She's got it all.
2 guns, 1 shot. Easy kill on Tanya. Garage is locked down by Bob. And Guild have to look elsewhere.
Actually so disgustingly wealthy. Bob enough to buy multiple rifles in this one, get the whole package, the full loadout as well. The dash away from Smurfette is perfect. The knives are here. She was so good with them previously. To get a 3rd round on the board, she must go above and beyond.
Alexis is dead. They have the Killjoy ult. That could be massive in this post.
Look at Ness with the lurk up here. She finds an opportunity finally to get the job done.
On the very last round, the pieces are starting to fall into place. Bob shut down. Big kill for Claudia. Only 2 for Cloud9.
It's a pure chaos round. Mel with an opportunity. Jazzykins as well starting to pinch down onto the players of Guild, but Roxy wins her fight. It comes down to Jazzy, but Roxy finishes the job. Guild will not falter here. They get a 3rd round before we go to the half.
Finally unlock a route in. Finally get an opportunity. It's a 4v5. That round didn't start good for them. With this kill from Nets, with this lurk finally being activated, it's huge for Guild.
That's the thing, right? Throughout the half, they went garage lurks, B lurks. None of these worked. They went through Roxy and Claudia, and it's finally Ness with that.
This map already, but it's the balance of the perfect balance that they found between going on for the retake and actually going in for the fights. On this 2nd round, everything is so well orchestrated. It's so important to buy your utility for the 2nd round, even if you don't win the 1st one, because it can be the difference maker. We see Anya here trying to get the kills. Jazzykins finds the 1st one with the nade. She gets another one just by the 2 kills. And
down early. We'll see, because Guild, right now, they have those anchors, A and C. 3 players, a firing squad ready. As Smurfette holds for Claudia to walk down mid. This could be big, but everyone from Cloud9 right with a 10-second swing in. It's a 1-for-1 trade to kick things off. A bit of a unique look with that late multi-swing.
And that stun from Anya was really good. That's what canceled that additional trade, that additional kill from coming through for C9.
Roxy gets shot at, looking to re-peek in, but gets instantly chunked out. Alexis trying to play off that so quickly.
She could be in trouble here. I'm not sure if there's time to get off the site. Support is inbound by Anya, but Roxy's gonna have to fight this one. Trapped in the site, flash through. It's great onto Alexis, but no kill has come. Alexis alive for a little too long. Mel there. Roxy for her is the 1 HP. Doesn't matter, but Bob on the scene. Sheriff in hand. A 1 versus 2, and so smart from Smurfette. She just dips Cloudburst out of the site.
100% the right call. Actually, Bob piecing out entirely as well, was expecting the late flank to come in, but that actually got canceled by Ness. With the numbers advantage, Guild making a very calm decision to group up with one another and make sure the trades come in. Because you give individual shots to Bob, she will win
30
them.
seconds left.
Initially expecting a reflank. Bob doesn't find it, and we'll have it all the way to the C site. Guild so far away, they're going to have to fully rotate off this plant.
Bob finished the first half with 18 kills and 3 deaths. That's positive 15 after 12 rounds. That is frankly disgusting. And now, Guild will have to shut her down. It's a 2 versus 1. The odds are in their favor. But it's single tap headshots with that share for Bob against these players.
Guild needs this round. They cannot let Bob get away with this. And they won't allow it. Double swing from Spawn. The share of shots miss. And Guild claim a pivotal pistol round.
They secured that pistol in the first half. And we remember what happened. Cloud9 White were able to win that, and that wasn't even with a force. Because they get the plant off, there is a choice now, a decision to be made with C9. I think with such an advantage, you probably don't go for that force, but at the same time, I don't know, because C9 White are so confident after this. Smurfette will get some back herself, but I'm seeing on my screen right now, C9 White are deciding to go for the force. This is not going to be an easy round for Guild to run away with.
No, it will not be. Guild changed their setup for the second round. Both initiators towards A. Roxy using her utility to hold down mid, and Smurfette allowed to just be the rotate player on this one. We'll float with that Marshall and try and find something early as Mel goes forward and finds a shot. Normally she only does that play to bait out a C's nade, but here she gets a kill off of it.
She gets the kill. No raise on the opposite side, and uh-oh. Things are looking fairly similar to the first half. What happened in that round 2? Mel found an early pick with a headhunter. Gave C9 White the numbers advantage.
I'm sure that round is echoing in the heads of Guild right now as well.
Oh.
They spotted the players long. Ness is here. She needs to hold down this site, but they're so fast. Jazzykins in her face. Roxy trying to be a hero, but it's a second from the raise of Jazzykins.
Absolutely loving it. C9 White. Big advantage here, 4 versus 2. And Smurfette and Claudia, they were the ones to do it previously. Now, what do you even make happen? All 4 players of C9 White have actually completely abandoned the site. The utility, not fantastic. Smurfette has the Cloud Burst to maybe try and stick it to half. With Bulldog in hand, a Spectre for Cat. They're gonna really have to do some kind of miracle. Claudia is going to be able to get to half, maybe even a full. They're really committing for this. They do not have any eyes on the spike. Guild lose the team, but they win the round.
Magic from Guild. The stick coming through at the very last moment. And a round stolen from Cloud9. That's exactly what they needed.
Oh my god. Guild, collective sigh of relief in the Red Bull clutch with that defuse. Because Jazzykins and Mel just sort of ran over this site. Yeah, Rock's able to trade one back, but Smurfette, while she is fighting forward, how clever is that? Throwing the smokes for a teammate. Usually Jets will just smoke and go for the defuse themselves, but she was the one wanting to take the fight. She was the one wanting to stall out and buy time for her teammate. A massive round win for this team.
Oh, Mel
not
again! Same angle, same outcome. Last time Guild was able to recover. The buy's not stellar for Cloud9. Only those 2 rifles saved from the last, and well, not even that rifle, just the Spectre on Katsumi.
Full coverage in Garage and on B site makes it easier to play a 4 versus 5 out because of the Killjoy, because of multiple pieces of static information utility. That's allowed them to sort of play 2 and 2, leave the middle of the map open, really stalling out, but that pull actually takes Jazzy away from the molly on the ground, so it will delay, but not lead to much damage at all.
Claudia's been holding towards A long, despite the loss of her teammate early. And on the other side, you see Ness on this walk-up. It could become a flank in the late round here, but there is a trip in her path.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. If Mel drops, because she hears it now, if Claudia can win this fight against Mel, you can instantly expedite on the flank. Fight doesn't end up happening, so the break on the trip is going to happen as the repeat comes through from Guild.
Stun from Anya. They are so delayed in long. Cloud9 just waiting for the utility to subside. Now they'll head back in. Paranoia for Katsumi. Both these players stuck close, and Aftershock pushes Anya into the open. And it's only 2. Claudia, the C's in. Roxy Can she do anything? 10 seconds. Needs to stay alive, but it's only one.
10 seconds left.
And that's alone. She's given away her position. Had to fall off of that flank, and now a 1 versus 3.
Ness has been so good in the clutches previously. Setup from C9 though, so damn good. She wins the first fight against Cat, but down to 20 HP. Bob will finish the job and send C9 to 10.
Guild. They found their miracle. They stuck the spike. They denied the force buy, but Cloud9 just that good. And again, it's Mel getting these rounds started. When she locks in this chamber, the confidence flows. And you see it in that opening kill. You see it in the calling to close out this round for Cloud9.
And you know, Guild just keep dry swinging her, right? They keep giving her these fights down A main. Oh no. Mel giving him an earful as well as they go for it again. There's the scouting, but opening up to maybe take a shot. Smurfette has knives.
And she's gotten these rounds so close when she's had them before.
And all of Guild backing her up, pushing on forward. They're actually baiting the initial shots. She's going to swing out from behind them, trying to capitalize off of those.
Bob in spawn. Smurfette holding for it, but Bob has the adjustment. 2 from the fade.
Whoa, 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 there's still a player in window though. Anya's position is absolutely ridiculous for it to be there, but Jazzykins is still clearing it
And
on
look
the
at
way
the
around.
blast packs. Her raise micro is just so good. Bounces Anya away. Alexis takes the kill. Bob has another. Perfect work from Cloud9. And a Prime Gaming flawless to boot. Another multi-kill for Bob.
Still waiting.
Bob just on a different planet right now, cruising through Guild. And you know, if you're an EMEA fan, you didn't watch a lot of NA, you see C9 lose to G2, you start feeling real confident about Guild. But it goes to show that C9, when you deliver a wound, when you wound them, they just become way more fierce. This lower bracket, they are just taken completely seriously. And Guild have only been able to amass 8 rounds across these first 2 maps.
This went a bit faster for C9. 4 players, bottom C long, spotted out by Claudia. So Smurfette here to support, but there's really no stall utility on this one. They just have to swing for the fights, and Cat lines them up. A 2K for the Omen, and a sight for Cloud9. That's unless Ness can do something. She's worked her way deep into this site, but Alexis, ready for it.
Alexis might keep going here. I don't know, for a second I was a believer, but C9 playing a little bit more restraint. They love to do this, the fake plant to bait out utility. A huge ultimate, though Anya is blinded on the opposite end. No one can see a thing, and Anya wins the opening fight.
But Katsumi on the angle again. Mel there, it's a crossfire, and it can't be broken. Cloud9 keep it going. Match, series point, Guild facing elimination.
Guild gets so close so often in some of these rounds, but C9 absolutely running them over. Katsumi shows up in a massive round.
And Cloud9 in this lower bracket look awoken. When they lose a match, they get better. And they prove it again here, looking incredible versus Guild. Shopify on the other side. It feels like destiny for Cloud9 to win this.
Just waiting for that NA rematch. Alexis finds the opening kill, who better? And all 5 ultimates are online for Cloud9 White. Everything is stacked. The odds most certainly in their favor. Working over towards Roxy's site. She has been a hero for Guild. She's gonna fall back.
She wants to fight though. She knows she needs it. And she's got it onto Jazzy. Something for the hometown hero.
Quick push up mid. Look at that. Just posting Anya up in window. She's not over pushing this time around though. Just holding that ground, waiting. If she can hear a rotation, if she can hear anything. But C9 White have not made any noise on this rotate over towards C.
Claudia has a cat though. If she could clear out Bob, she could show the intention of Cloud9. She's suspicious of it, but not committing any utility just yet.
With all the quiet, Roxy has actually walked all the way up A main. Posted in a solid position in the jump peak. Sees ahead. Guild know exactly what's going on.
Fatal for Fatal. And now that utility coming in, they're trying to make this flank happen here. Trying to stall out. Katsumi though, just ults into the backlines. Site taken. Guild conceding.
30
It's going to be a
seconds
retake, and look at the ults for Cloud9.
What an
Bridgebill in the
ult!
post plant, but look at that. Is that breakable? I don't think
No,
so.
it's not breakable by any piece of utility.
They have to play on site.
It forces the players on site. Mel was trying to hold the flank. It's opened up a solo player flank. Roxy could go huge.
She could. She's on the angle, but Cat's holding it down. 3 versus 2. Breach ult in Cat for a second, and it's only Ness. This one might just be beyond her grasp as she'll swing out. She'll spot 2. They line up, but she can't find the shot. Cat TP's away. The opportunity
No.
squandered. Now just a 1 versus 2. The time continues to tick. Cloud9 continues to hold the high-low setup. And that's just waiting for the inevitable. Cloud9 Whites, their destiny predetermined. Another match against